Texas police issue these warnings anytime someone's threatened officers with bodily harm. They let the citizens know how hazardous things are, etc. The problem is they don't issue these when cops are shooting
I'm out in the
citizens.
middle of nowhere. Got some yahoos firing weapons at night out here. It's not like it's a big deal. Um, I'm not concerned about that. More concerned with the fact that the sheriff drove by and was spotlighting my property, probably looking for people shooting. Now, if I go outside, they're going to look at me and assume I'm a suspect. Bad move. And here's another problem. Recently, police here in Texas shot a man for shining a flashlight at them. And people go, what the hell? Why would they do that? Well, I'm going to explain that to you real quick and why police do that. See, I wear body armor when I go out and film the cops, but police see body armor and that makes them more apprehensive. Well, just like if they see a flashlight, they assume it's a weapon. They see body armor as a weapon when it's not a weapon, it's a protective device. They see a flashlight as a weapon because that's how they use theirs. They use it to blind people to get an advantage. So it's going to get dark here for a second. Don't worry, it's going to get light because I'm going to light this area up. So, now, this is a problem with the police. They see a light, and this is just a light that I'm shining to see what's going on in front of me. And if it's a flashlight, that's fine. But police assume that you're trying to blind them, or worse, they assume that it is what this is. See, they assume that everyone who has a flashlight, if a cop comes by and sees this, he's going to assume I'm a threat because I'm wearing something to protect me. If I have a flashlight and I shine it at the officer and he's walking around on my property, of course I want to see who's walking around on my property at night when people are shooting guns in the area. He's going to assume I'm the threat. That's why you don't want police walking on your property. So folks, you'll see I switched into a little bit more comfortable body armor. It's more discreet, it's lightweight. Doesn't shout out, hey, I'm wearing body armor, I'm a threat. It's not as effective as the plate armor on the plate carrier. Usually I don't carry the plates in the plate carrier when I'm out filming the cops. Usually just carry soft armor inside it anyway, but I do have rifle plates in it when I'm at home for a reason. Like I said, I hear someone shooting out here, that's normal. This is San Antonio, this is Texas. People get drunk on weekends, they shoot on their property, they do things like that. I'm not worried about it unless rounds are coming in my house. What worried me was having my windows spotlighted, and again, I assumed it was the sheriff doing that. I wasn't sticking my head out going, hey, who's shining a light inside my house from the road? They didn't come onto the property. They drove by real slow. And at that point, I said, okay, we're just going to assume that this might be a problem. Put on my body armor. I stayed inside for a reason. I'll be going outside. Again, the point about a flashlight at night, you have to understand how a police officer is going to view you shining a light at them at night. Do not make yourself into a victim by exposing a cowardly cop's fear simply by pointing a flashlight at them, because they will again assume it's a weapon mounted light. They do this dirty game all the time. They like to blind you with their light. They don't need to. They don't need to have it in your eyes. They do it for a reason. And that's why they're so defensive about when other people use lights, because that's what's going on in their mind. The same with, they know they're wearing body armor. They know they're not going to beat you with their body armor. They're not going to hurt you with their body armor. But if they see you wearing body armor, that heightens their insecurity. It makes them more afraid. So again, I'm out on my own property. I haven't heard any shots in a little while. I haven't seen anyone light up the property. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna check on the cows, make sure no one shot any of the cows. But before I do that, I switched into something less conspicuous. I will be taking my pistol outside with the weapon mounted light on it. But if I do need to light something and I see somebody, and that's one of the things about weapon mounted lights as well, remember, anything that you're pointing your weapon at, you should be ready to shoot. You can't point a weapon mounted light at something to illuminate it, because it's at the end of a barrel. It's one of those, that's why you should always carry a separate light. Yes, I have a weapon mounted light on a pistol for a very specific reason. If I'm out here at night, then yeah, I'm going to illuminate what I'm going to shoot. I've already seen what it is, but I want to illuminate it better. So that's what the weapon mounted light is for. It's not for seeing in the dark. Either way, going back to what I was saying, trying to make this clip. I'll go check on the cows.
So that road runs out on that side. My house is just off to the right. House is back probably about 30 yards from the road. So whoever was driving by spotlighting the property was driving off that road right out there. Fence wasn't open. Don't see the cows yet. I'll go find them. We keep the fence out here closed when the cows are out in this part of the property. There's another back part that will lock them in it. But either way. So this is a homeless hippie. Blue Lives Matter. Out in the country. This is just a basic follow-up on a little incident that happened earlier. Non-incident, I should say, and we want to keep it that way. This is out in the country. People do fire weapons out here at night on the weekends. Don't like it, but it happens. Earlier, heard some gunshots. I'm not worried about it. Been out here 2 months. It's a regular thing. Never see any bullet holes in the property or on the house, so I'm not worried about it. But what did concern me was someone drove by and spotlighted the property, including my windows. I assumed it was a sheriff. But I thought about it for a little while, and I said, well, what if it's not? What if it's someone spotlighting, looking for something to shoot? Hunters do stuff like that. Either way, that's why earlier I was wearing my plate armor. You never can tell what's going on. And also why earlier I was not going to go outside. If it was the sheriff, going outside is going to make him want to treat me like a suspect. And I got no need for that. Again, the conversation would have gone, well, we got calls for shots fired out here, and you're out here wearing body armor. Yeah, I heard the shots. Of course I'm wearing body armor. You come by and spotlight my windows. Why are you spotlighting my windows? I don't know who the hell's spotlighting my windows. And then it's just going to go downhill negative from there, because again, the cops, they see body armor and they automatically assume something's wrong if you have on body armor. Instead of saying, oh, the guy's smart. Someone's shooting. He doesn't know where they're shooting or what they're shooting. Better to be safe than sorry. But either way. So I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I did change into lighter ballistic protection. This actually is for pistols, meaning in case the sheriff was out here walking around on my property. I did bring out my flashlight. Don't see anyone out here. Checked on the cows. No harm, no foul so far. Like I said, hopefully it was just the sheriff driving by, looking to see whatever he's seeing. I don't think they realize how intrusive having a big light like that shone at your windows at night is. You know, I moved out here to get away from people, but, you know, it's more about just the freedom of not having to deal with other people's BS. So either way, you know, haven't heard any shots fired lately. Haven't seen any more vehicles. Haven't seen any spotlighting going on. So we're going to call this a wrap. Chalk it up to lessons learned. And again, knowing what your response is and what it should be, and not making yourself into a victim. Because again, if I'd have walked out here and shown a light at someone walking on the property, if it was a cop, oh, he'd have shot me because, oh, well, there's people shooting and, oh, I see you're wearing body armor and you've got a light. I assume it's a weapon mounted light because you're wearing body armor. You see, that's the insaneness. And he would say he's justified because he was on the property without a warrant, investigating a crime. What crime? No one was shooting on this property. You know, so again, you can't win in these situations, and that's why I said, you know, sometimes it's best just to stay in your house, not deal with the BS, not even bother talking to the sheriff. Ain't nothing you can say that's going to change their mind about whatever. You know, and again, I could have called the sheriff and said, hey, have you got someone out here shining lights in people's houses? They're going to deny that. Or they're going to say, oh, well, we're looking for a suspect. And they're not even going to apologize for shining their light in my window, if they even admit to doing it. So again, we don't know for a fact that that was the sheriff. So we're going to assume it was, and we'll let things go at that.